Step 1.
Wash your hands with soap and water.
Thoroughly. Alright, put your strawberries in the colander. Wash them off with some nice cold water.
Get all the bacteria off. Now, after you have your strawberries washed, you have to cut them into halves.
Precision cutting here by Chickle.
Only perfect cut.
Now we're gonna preheat our oven to 400 degrees. And we're gonna do a fast preheat.
Once you have your strawberries cut and in the bowl, you need to mix in 3 tablespoons of sugar. Only precise measurements in our kitchen.
Now you have to mix the sugar in with the strawberries. Get them all coated nicely. You know, we have the best mixing here.
Once you have your strawberries and sugar mixed together well, you need to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for 30 minutes. But I can't find the refrigerator. There we go. Make a nice room for it. And it looks pretty full, so sometimes you gotta rearrange. And there we go. And the fridge, nice and ready.
To make the actual cake, you're gonna need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now we gotta level it out perfectly. We're gonna put it right into our sifter. Just 1 cup. And 2 cups. Next up, you need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Just 1.
Nice leveling.
Perfect leveling out here. 2. Next, you're gonna need 1/4 teaspoon, some good old baking soda. It's gonna be a little difficult because you gotta pour it out, so you know, you just get a little messy with it.
Straight send it.
Everybody
no
likes
half
it.
cents, only full cents.
See that? Just keep going until it looks just about full.
Only full cents in our kitchen.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get it all in there. Alright. Okay, next up. 2 of these tablespoons of the finest sugar you could find in the sugarcane fields. There's 1. And this next one, you know, if you're a big sugar fan, I mean, you can just pour as much as you in there, really. I mean. Next up, we need 3/4 teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna take our little 1/4 here. Not a big thing, but this really makes the whole project. It makes the whole meal taste fantastic. And we're gonna use 3 of these. You know, get a little messy with this too. It's pretty hard to just pour perfectly when you're a perfect chef. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Now you're gonna need 1.5 cups of heavy cream. We got ours, Prairie Farms. Me and Briston personally picked out the cow. Her name was Aunt Jemima.
Beautiful cow, if I say so myself. Beautiful cow.
They call her Aunt Jemima because she was the raddest cow on the ranch.
Beautiful heifer.
You just pour that right in there perfectly like that. And your 1/2 cup.
Now that you have everything in your sifter, you're gonna want to mix it up. So you want to setting to about 4. Just a nice easy speed.
When you're done making your batter, this is about what it should look like if you're good like me and Briston.
Mixture is done. You want to place it into your 8-inch pan. Once your mixture is in your 8-inch pan, you want to spread it out evenly on the bottom so that it will rise equally and fairly to each other.
Beep, beep, beep.
What's that? Sounds like the oven's ready for our cake. Preheated to 400 degrees. Lift it back. Be cautious. You don't want to burn yourself for all the rookies out there. Me and Liam, FYI, are seasoned vets. You're going to place it in there on the top shelf to make sure it gets...
Center it out.
Center it. And the top shelf is going to give it its most heat. You're going to place it in there for about 18 to 20 minutes or until it's perfectly golden. And there is that beautiful cake.
Timer's up for 30 minutes.
Strawberries are coming out.
Oh yeah, we got the nice
Now
juice
you
at the
have beautiful
bottom.
strawberries.
See all that?
See, it's about to smack. Put about half the time on the cake, and we're looking at it, and it's looking beautiful. It's not there yet though. It takes a little while to mature, but it's looking like a great young cake. About 10 minutes left.
We're improvising here in the kitchen since we didn't have a zester. We're using a self-controlled grater. See, we have the lemon in there. We have the peel on the outside being grated, so we can get the zest out. And you just put it down and just start going at it. And then, see that? You get all that zest from it. We're gonna take that out. We're gonna put it into our mixture.
You have 1 teaspoon of your zested lemons, and you put it into your mixture bowl. And kind of help. Lemons are in there. You need 1.5 cups of your heavy whipping cream again. There's 1 cup. Ooh, a little spillage. Once your cream is in there, you need 3 tablespoons of sugar. And again, only perfect measure. 2 tablespoons. And your third and final. After the sugar, you need your vanilla extract so it tastes good. You need 1.5 teaspoons. There's your 1 teaspoon. Now you gotta switch cups to your 1/2 teaspoon. Grab your cake and move it onto a heat-safe surface.
Let it
aka
cool.
the stove, and let it cool.
Now with our whipped cream mixture, we're gonna lock this up. Turn it to 1 to 2, maybe get up to 4 eventually. Just let it roll for a little bit. Cake is now chilled down.
Cake is chilled. Pan's still pretty hot though, not even gonna lie. You're just gonna wanna flip it over.
Whipped cream, finished product. All right, we're gonna cut it into 6 pieces.
6 pieces, precise. Only. We're gonna take each individual piece and make individual serving bowls in these fancy bowls here. So you're gonna place your cake into the bottom. Then you're gonna take your freshly whipped cream and you're gonna place it on top. Kind of mix it around. Make sure every part of it's covered with some nice whipped cream. And then, don't forget about the strawberries we made first. This is maybe the best part. You're gonna take a nice handful of strawberries, place them on in. And last but not least, you have your sugar juice from the strawberries. And you're just gonna wanna drizzle it on there. About like that. And this right here is your final strawberry shortcake. Produced by Liam and Briston.
My little sister Squeen Dog is gonna be the first taste tester.
First, I'm gonna taste the cake. It's pretty good. Now I'm gonna taste the strawberries. Sweet and good. Whipped cream's whipped pretty well.
We have little brother Toad trying the dessert we prepared.
So I'd give the presentation about a 4.
All right, for the spinach artichoke dip, we're gonna have to preheat the oven to exactly 350 degrees.
Not 349,
Next,
not
we're
3.
gonna grate our Parmesan cheese. Put it in here as so. Shut that. I'm just gonna go to town with it. See it? It's just pour it on there.
In our mixing bowl, we are going to add a 1/2 cup of sour cream.
There you go.
Next, we need a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Oh. Stand. Next, you need to add 8 ounces of your Philadelphia cream cheese. And this is just an 8-ounce block, so we can throw this whole thing in there.
In our canned artichoke hearts, as so. Pop that open.
Yes,
nice
sir.
Little seal. Just gonna
Get all that
pour
liquid
everything
out. We want
Now we're gonna after we drain them, we take these out of the can, the artichoke hearts. We're gonna chop them up using our handy dandy chopper here. See, it gets the job done very nicely.
very nicely. Faux shizzle.
And that's our 14 ounces right there.
Easy
Once
money.
you have it all chopped up, you just put it right into your mixture, as so. So we have our garlic here. We're just gonna take one of the eensy-weensy little clove out. I need to chop up. You just keep going to town until they get nice and small. There, you can cut it. Now they're all nice and minced up. Just gonna add that. It doesn't seem like a lot, but
Garlic.
very strong flavor. Very strong flavor. Next, we're gonna drain our frozen but now thawed out spinach.
Bag of spinach, you need to take a 1/2 cup, and you want to get a 1/2 cup of your drained spinach. So you get to about a 1/2 cup, dump it in. You're rocking. Spread it earlier. We have our 1 cup and 1/4 cup of cheese. You want
Mozzarella.
to dump that in. And there's
Parmesan.
your cheese. Parmesan correction. Get the arm warmed up. Now you're going to want to mix your mixture up. And you really just want to go. And that's that.
Next, we're gonna use good old ham.
Green eggs and ham!
Shake her up. Grease that baby nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get the sides.
Get the sides.
Did you just hear something in the background, Liam? I feel like there's a ghost or
Like a
something.
little twerp. Now we have our perfect mixture here. I don't think we could have done any better. It's to the best ability. To the best ability.
Definitely not. We definitely could not have done any better than right.
That looks about even to me.
After Liam got done spreading this beautiful mixture, you're gonna open up your oven. As always, safety first. You're gonna place it again on the top shelf to get all the possible heat right in the center. And you're good to go. You're gonna wait on that puppy for about 20 minutes, and she's gonna come out looking magnificent. Magnificent.
4, 3, 2, 1.
What's that? The dip is done. Safety first, as those are your guests to burn their mouths on your dip.
Now it's after it's cooled down. Just gonna get some nice scoops.
Put it in a nice bowl for the guests.
Put it in a nice.
And there it is. Brody is our first guest of the night, and he is going to try our dip.
It's pretty good. Let's get a nice scoop in.
Thoughts on that, Ted?
It's really good. You can taste the spinach. It's strong, but the cheese helps out.
What's the
Out of
score?
10? Out of 10?
7. Not as good as the shortcake, because that's a dessert, obviously, but it's pretty good.
And our special guest of the night, little Squeener.
Squeen dog.
Good
She hates everything green, so see how it
presentation.
goes.
I like the little setup.
Baby.
Baby scoop.
Scoops out here.
Little bites.
Ew.
Your final rating on the dish.
1 out of 10 because of the presentation.
Now for the main course, we're going to be cooking chicken Alfredo pasta.
Chicken Alfredo
Let's go,
pasta, baby.
noodles, because this is what's going to take you the longest. So first, we're going to want to grab our pot in the handy dandy spot. Then you're going to fill it with water. About 3/4 full. Once you have your bowl or pot, you're gonna put it on the stove, and you probably want to put it about just under high, and wait for it to come to a boil. After the pot is on the stove, you want to generously salt it. The recipe says generous, so we're gonna be generous.
Hey, let me be a little generous.
Liam wants to be a little generous too.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
Perfect
generous to
amount
me.
of salt. Perfect amount of salt.
Next thing, grab your chicken, wherever you like. You can go straight to the farm and go to the store. It's all preference. Take the chicken, and there we go.
Once your water has come to a boil, you just take your nice package of noodles. Today we have the Seco, Dial 1886. Open your package, and you really just want to dump them all in. Like so. Maybe miss a few, but that's okay. Grab the rebound.
It's all part of the process, boys. Once you get your chicken put into fourths, and you get all the fat off, all the fat's right here. It won't bite, but it doesn't taste too well. You get your pepper. Just pepper up all the pieces as you like, as much as you think would be good.
Looks like our noodles are done. First things first, safety first, as always in me and Liam's kitchen, turn the oven or stove off. Grab your pot of noodles, pretty heavy, be careful.
Very hot.
Pour it in your strainer. As so. After that, you're gonna take your olive oil and you just wanna add a little splash. So we're gonna go Kobe. Get that all nice and rice. You just wanna mix that pasta around, make sure the olive oil gets all over there. And after that, you're gonna wanna let this cool for a little bit.
Next thing's next. I'm gonna turn the stove on with the skillet on to medium temperature. Take 2 tablespoons of butter. My buddy Chickle, he already measured it out for me. I promise you, he would not lie to us. Just throw it right on there. Help that little guy out. Should let it melt for a little bit. Once the butter is completely spread around and completely melted, you just take your piece of chicken and just place them right on. As many as you can, and
Precision plate.
in between medium and high. Let them cook for about a minute. And after about a minute or so, when they look pretty done on one side, you're just gonna want to let those sit there for a while. Once the chicken is perfectly cooked, and you flip them, make sure all the sides are good. Make sure the inside.
Perfect. Using your same skillet to make the sauce now, you're gonna take 6 tablespoons of butter and place it in there and let that melt. Once your 6 tablespoons of butter is melted, you're gonna add 2 cups of heavy cream to the skillet.
Alfredo sauce.
After that, you need 2 pinches of freshly ground nutmeg. Pinch 1, pinch 2. Once you've reduced the heat and let your sauce cook for about 2 minutes, you're going to take 1.5 cups of freshly grated Parmesan cheese, dump that in, mix that around, and let that cook for a little while.
Next, you want to cut your chicken into nice little pieces that you desire to be the best for your pasta. Once everything's prepared, you put your noodles just right in with the sauce. And you dump your chicken in as well. Stir it all around.
Mix it all up.
Mix it all up. Wait, do you want to mix it up now?
Now our chicken Alfredo is done. It's not the traditional Alfredo color, but that's because we cooked the sauce in the same skillet as the chicken, because that's what the directions said, and as Miss Pop always taught us, always follow directions. So we're gonna serve up a few boys here with a nice little dish. Sam McClanahan with the Billionaire Boys Club shirt on is going to be our first tester today.
It's good. The appearance is not the best, but once you taste it, your opinion will change. Very good.
Thanks, Sammy. Back to my boy right here. Big bite.
Appearance, not too intellectually, like, good. Okay. Taste, definitely above 100. Like 100 out of, like, 90.
Thanks, buddy. It's my boy right here.
It's brown. It's not the normal color, but pretty good. I got a big chunk of chicken though. I didn't want to eat that, but it's pretty good.
Doesn't like chicken, kind of weird, but okay. Brody Sims, last tester of the day. What does he think?
Try the chicken first. It's really good. It's brown because they cooked it in the same skillet.
Yep, we said that already, buddy.
It's good. Some of the noodles could have got cooked a little longer, but they cooked a lot of noodles, so overall, give it like 7 out of 10.
Thanks, testers. Thank you, thank
On
you.
the list of our amazing dishes, we have broccoli cheddar soup, famous recipe that we use. We're gonna do a little twist off of Panera's recipe, so stay tuned.
To begin the soup, we melted 1/4 a cup of butter in this pot right here. We're about to add 1/4 a cup of flour. And once you do that, you're gonna stir it around for a little bit. Get all that in there, all the flour nice and well. And you're in business.
Next for the soup, after you put the melted butter and flour in, you're gonna need 2 cups of half and half, ultra pasteurized mixture. There's 1 cup.
Bang.
There's 2 cups. And then you need 2 cups of some good old chicken broth. It's really gonna give it some good flavor.
For sure. Listen to that beautiful sound. That's how you know you got some good chicken broth.
Just 1 cup. And there's 2 cups. Next up, we need to whisk it all together. As I learned on my quiz that I actually got a very great grade on, this is a whisk. You use it by taking all the contents and just moving it around.
Next, you're gonna take your heads of broccoli and you're gonna cut them up into bite-sized pieces until you have at least 3 cups of broccoli. This knife goes ham. 1 cup. 2 cups. 3rd and final cup into the bowl. Next, you're gonna take your extra long carrots and you're basically gonna wanna fill 1 cup with carrots and pretty tiny bite-sized pieces. Now that you have 1 cup of carrots, you're going to dump that into the same bowl you dumped your 3 cups of broccoli in. And you're kind of just going to mix those up. And once you have that, you're going to take your bowl. Once you have your mixed up bowl, you're going to want to take your mixture and add it into the pot you're cooking your broth and cream in. You're going to take your ladle or spoon. You kind of want to stir that around, make sure every single piece of vegetable's in the liquid.
And the recipe says not to get it too high or it could mess up the whole thing and make it grainy. So we're just going to keep it at about a little less than medium.
And that's that.
22 minutes.
It's the cheese.
The first thing for the garlic bread, you're going to need to start with 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to press those right into this bowl. Press it real nice. It's going to come out pretty nicely right out the top. After you press your 4 garlic cloves, you take 2 tablespoons of butter. My buddy Chick already measured it out, put it in this nice little ramekin. Put it in the bowl with the garlic. You need 2 tablespoons of some extra virgin olive oil. It smells fantastic. There's 1. And there's 2. Once you have that, you take the whole mixture, you bring it over to this saucepan that we have. You're gonna wanna get all of it in there. All the garlic can be difficult. Garlic tends to stick to things. Just get as much as you can out of the bowl into the saucepan. And then you're gonna wanna turn it on a low temperature, right about there between medium and low. And we're gonna keep that there for about 3 minutes. Next, you're gonna wanna cut your chewy loaf. We're gonna take our perfectly sliced bread. See, it's on max broil right here. Turn it all the way up so we can get the heat coming from the top so it'll toast the bread nicely for us. We're just gonna place these pieces right in there, so they should fit just perfectly. And just let them sit in there for a couple minutes until they're golden brown. Butter and olive oil sauce mixture's been cooking for about 3 minutes on low. We're gonna pour it into this. This will be our amazing topping for our garlic bread.
Now that the bread is golden brown, we're gonna take our safety utensil here. And we're gonna come over here,
After we cleaned our
cutting board. We're gonna place it on there as so. We're gonna grab the other one.
chop them in
Place it
half.
so.
Chop them in half. Little chop in half.
Slice correction.
Slice in half.
And there's that.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go, baby. The soup is ready for the cheese.
How
We're gonna
much
take
is that?
8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, a nice block from DLM, of course.
It's the New York style.
And you're just gonna kind of dump that in there. Stir it around. Give
Should melt right in there.
Give the cheese a fair chance to melt.
Keep it on low. Ready to go.
Once the cheese is mixed in and melted in, you're gonna add salt and pepper. Hey, Miss Pop, you're probably watching this right now like, Briston and Liam forgot the onions. And yes, you are correct, we did. But we did not forget them. Unfortunately, we couldn't use the onions because my chef partner, Liam, his dad has an onion allergy. And he was really excited to try our soup. So we had to veto the onions for the dish. And it's still going to be smacking. Alright, this thing.
Now we're gonna take our butter, olive oil, and garlic mixture that we used in the saucepan. We're gonna use
Our pastry brush.
a nice pastry brush and just lather them up with as much as you want. This is what makes the garlic bread. You just wanna try to get garlic on every little dapper. After you put your mixture onto the bread, the garlic mixture, you're gonna take 3 tablespoons of some shredded Parmesan cheese. Once you get the Parmesan cheese on just right, you're gonna take your pieces and place them back in to the broiler.
For only 30 seconds, so we're gonna do 2 pieces at a time.
Yep. We're gonna wait 30 seconds. All right, it's been about 30 seconds, so I'm gonna pull these babies out. And I'm just gonna place them right back on. Got the other. These look perfect. Just perfect.
And then do the other two. Our soup is almost done, but since Liam and I are always always trying to go the extra mile, we have an optional pinch of ground nutmeg, a returning recipient of some of our dishes.
It's our specialty right there. That's what makes it the best it can be.
We're gonna stir that in. Now that my boy Liam killed these, I'm gonna slice them up into bite-sized serving size. Have some faith in them. Unfortunately, our recipe says that the parsley on the garlic bread is optional. And I'm gonna show you what we think about parsley. We think it's super parsley, and we don't even wanna look at it anymore, so it's going in there, and we're not even gonna talk about that anymore. Okay.
All right. Next, we're gonna take our cheddar broccoli soup.
Y'all
And we're gonna
found
blend
it.
it because we don't like the chunks. We like a nice simple soup. So we're gonna stick it in there. Make sure everything's out. I'm gonna use this right here. We're gonna get everything.
Everybody's favorite people here. Trying our garlic bread out.
It's really good. Needs to be a little crunchier though.
Oh, okay.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Take that into account next time.
I think it's good. It's really chewy, but it's good.
It's called chewy bread, Sam.
Is it actually?
Come on, buddy. Together, a rating out of 10, maybe?
8.
I'll give it an 8.
Oh, okay.
All right. Probably best rating we've got the whole time. Thanks, testers.
Reheated it on low for just a little while. Get the temperature back that we like.
Perfect fancy bowls.
We're gonna
Perfect soup bowls. And we're gonna go serve it to our guests. Last but not least, we have our broccoli cheddar soup testers, Marissa and Samuel. Marissa takes the first bite.
It's really good.
I give it a
It's the
10 out
best
of 10.
one.
10 out of 10, man.
Better than Panera.
Better than Panera.
Better than Panera.
What do you notice about the flavor? Anything? Any comments? Any side comments?
I like how everything's blended up, Whoever
Yeah,
thought of that.
I like the
It's a good
texture.
idea.
Thanks, boys and lady.